Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamini Namini Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyata Desha Tarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gauravakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So, welcome devotees. So, today we are going to read chapter number 12 of Srila Prabhupada Lilamrita, which is the Journey to America. So, in the previous chapters, we learned that after taking sannyas, then Prabhupada ji stayed in Vrindavan in Radha Damodar temple, and his main mission was to publication because his Guru Maharaj, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj, had instructed him to publish. He said that whenever you get money, print books. Hare Krishna Mamta Mataji, welcome. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Babuji, Dandavat Pranam.
So he took that instruction of his Guru Maharaj to heart and soul, and he was printing Back to Godhead magazine initially, and then taking a feedback from some of his readers, he thought of publishing books because magazine does not stay longer. People usually keep the books for a longer time. So first book Srila Prabhupada published was Easy Journey to Other Planets. And then he had a desire to publish entire Srimad Bhagavatam in English language based upon the commentary by previous acharyas. And he started this translation work in Radha Damodar temple in Vrindavan. So he was literally writing with his hands all the English translation, which includes shloka in Sanskrit, shloka in English, then word by word translation, then transliteration, then explanation, purport, everything he was doing by himself, and he was writing all the time. And then from Vrindavan, he used to travel to Sri Radha Vallabh temple in Chipewada, where he was staying. This was a narrow lanes in Delhi, old Delhi, in 1960s. He used to stay there in one of the rooms on the rooftop, and he used to stay in Delhi for publication purpose. So he used to go to the printer in Delhi, then buy the paper, bring the paper to the printer, then first draft he used to check all the first draft, then second draft, then final print, then after printing, then taking it to the binder, after binding, then designing the front cover, and then the distribution. So he used to take all the books with him and go from one door to another and distribute the books. Like that was a real hard work, and his desire was to publish. It's a huge publication, 60 volumes, of Srimad Bhagavatam. That was a huge undertaking. So Srila Prabhupada with his, and again fundraising was another challenge for Srila Prabhupada. Printing the books needs a lot of money. He printed 3 volumes of Srimad Bhagavatam of first canto, 3 volumes. So here is the pictures of, here are the pictures of first 3 volumes of first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam when Srila Prabhupada originally translated. And he got help from some of the donors. So one of the donor was Mrs. Murarji, then Mr. Poddar from Gita Press Gorakhpur, and like some of the donors did help him. and he used to raise the money by distributing the books. He met quite a few prominent personalities after publishing the Srimad Bhagavatam first, second volume. He met Prime Minister of India in 1964, Mr. Lal Bahadur Shastri. He met Vice President of India, Mr. Zakir Hussain, and he also met Mrs. Morarji in Mumbai, who helped him to publish third volumes of Srimad Bhagavatam. And then after for third volume of first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. So after publishing all the three volumes of first canto, then Srila Prabhupada really thought that now I'm ready to go to America and spread the message of Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam to the Western world. And he, by Krishna's arrangement, he met one Mr. Agarwal in Mathura, whose son was in America, Mr. Gopal Agarwal. And just casually while they were talking, Mr. Agarwal said, "Oh, I can arrange your sponsor letter." Prabhupada never took it seriously. He thought this man was just saying like that, just for the sake of saying. But by Krishna's arrangement, uh, actually one day he got a call from Indian consulate that, oh, some Mr. Agarwal is sponsoring your visa. So that was a real surprise for Srila Prabhupada. Then Prabhupada had to arrange passport, arrange ticket, arrange visa, and there was another thing called P form before he traveled to America. So for the ticket, he approached Mrs. Morarji, who initially refused to give him the passage ticket on the Jaladuta, which was a cargo ship going to America. But with persistency and consistency, finally, Mrs. Morarji granted him one ticket. And then he got a ticket, free ticket. Then he had to arrange the passport that he arranged. Then he had to get the visa and the P form. So there were difficulties in getting P form, which is a clearance from State Bank of India for him, or for a sannyasi or anybody to go to America. They used to get a P form clearance that this person doesn't owe any money to any of the Indians, and there was a difficulty. But somehow or other, Prabhupada personally met the bank manager and convinced him. And then finally, Prabhupada could travel to America. And this is some of the pictures of Prabhupada's passport. There's a passport for still Prabhupada's passport, but this passport to Goloka for some of us who are followers of Srila Prabhupada, by his instruction, probably one day we can go back to home, back to Godhead. So now Prabhupada has got ticket, and this is 1965, and the ship Jaladuta is finally leaving from Calcutta to America. And Prabhupada has not much of a possession with him other than one suitcase of his own personal belongings, but he has the huge trunks full of Srimad Bhagavatam, volume 1, 2, and 3. That is his only possession. So that is his baggage, main baggage on the Jaladuta was 200 sets of 3 volumes of Srimad Bhagavatam, several trunks of them, and he wanted to distribute them. But it's in terms of money wise, he had only 40 rupees, which is like $7 at that time. It is not much of a personal belongings, but mainly he's now ready to go to America and start his mission. But very interesting journey. So this is the journey where, while doing the journey on the ship Jaladuta, Prabhupada wrote a diary, and some of the extracts of this diary are there in this chapter. So very interesting chapter. Here is the introduction of this chapter, which starts with a quote from Jaladuta diary. So I know Vidura Prabhu's throat is not good, So I will not ask him to read, but maybe Venkata Prabhu, or if you are there, if you can read the introduction here.
Sure, Prabhu. Introduction. Today the ship is flying very smoothly. I feel today better, but I am feeling separation from Sri Vrindavana and my Lord's Sri Govinda, Gopinath, Radha Damodar. My only solace is Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, in which I am tasting the mysterium of Lord Chaitanya's Leela. I have left Bharata Bhumi just to execute the order of Sri Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati in pursuance of Lord Chaitanya's order. I have no qualification, but I have taken up the risk just to carry out the order of His divine grace. I depend fully on their mercy, so far away from Vrindavan. Jaladuta Diary, September 10, 1965.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you so much. So this is the Jaladuta left on 13th of August, 1965, which was a Friday morning, 9 o'clock. And Srila Prabhupada continuously wrote some or other things. While on the ship, here we can see that he's saying that I'm feeling separation from Vrindavan Dham, because it's a very safe place, right? Where there's a beautiful deities of Sri Govindaji, Gopinath, Radha Damodar. And on the ship, Prabhupada ji took Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita with him because he wanted to read. That was the only companion. Because it was a cargo ship, right? He knew Mr. Pandya, who was the captain of the ship. But then there is no passenger here on the ship. Prabhupada is by himself, but his companion is Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. This Lord Krishna himself is his companion now. And Prabhupada, the Jaladuta, starts his journey. It's a regular cargo ship of Scindia Shipping Company, but there's a passenger on the board now. This has never happened. This is sometimes very special circumstances. And during the voyage it started from Calcutta going to New York. This took almost 35 days actually. From started on 13th of August and reached September 17th or so, 1965 to New York in uh, America. And Srila Prabhupada was 69 years of age at this time. Like, can you imagine? Like, it's a very advanced age, right? 69, who is taking this extensive journey with a complimentary ticket provided by Mrs. Murarji. And the ticket also mentioned about that free food. So there was a free ticket and free food on the passage. And there were quite a few fruits they had stocked on the cargo ship for Prabhupada because he would, and some grains also he could, so that he could cook. So during the journey, Srila Prabhupada wrote the diary. And in this chapter, there's extensive description of Srila Prabhupada's travel here. And here Prabhupada ji writes, Mamta Mataji, do you want to read this?
Yes, Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I will read it. Jalduta diary. In his diary, Srila Prabhupada noted the captain is quite comfortable thanks to the Lord Shri Krishna for enlightening Srimati Murari. For all these arrangements, I am quite comfortable. But on the 14th, he reported seasickness, dizziness, vomiting, Bay of Bengal, heavy rains, more sickness.
Thank you, Mataji. So here Prabhupada is saying, as soon as he entered the ship, the cabin was comfortable, and he was thanking to Lord Shri Krishna, so that Krishna is in our heart. Krishna is heart of everybody. So he inspires for this all arrangement. So the cabin was comfortable, but on 14th of August, 13th of August, he started actually, and 14th of August, he reported that now he is within 24, 48 hours, he started getting seasickness, very dizziness, vomiting in the Bay of Bengal, and there were heavy rains, and there was more sickness. So lots of personal health issue because of travel. And now he's no young, like he's 69 years old. And on August 21st, which is about so 13th it started. So 7 days after the ship was Srila Prabhupada's 69th birthday. That birthday was on the cargo ship, and there was no celebration as such. And the ship arrived at Cochin, and all the trunks of Srila Prabhupada's Srimad Bhagavatam sets, which were shipped from Bombay, were loaded on board. So now Prabhupada ji is ready to travel along with all the trunks of 200 volumes of 200 sets of 3 volumes of Srimad Bhagavatam. So, like almost 600, 700 books, each books of 400 page, So quite a big cargo ship Prabhupada is carrying with him. But he's now ready to rock, whole America. So he's carrying this big volumes of Srimad Bhagavatam with him. That's a huge preparation, lifetime preparation of Srila Prabhupada is now with him and he's traveling now. And during his diary, he noted rain, seasickness, dizziness, headache, no appetite, vomiting, and these symptoms persisted. But it was more than sickness actually. It was not just seasickness. The pains in his chest made him think that he would die at any moment. That was serious problem, And in next 2 days, Srila Prabhupada got 2 heart attacks. That was very painful for him. But he tolerated all these difficulties, meditating on the purpose of his mission. But then he was thinking that he got 2 heart attacks, and then he was thinking that if I get now the 3rd heart attack, I will die for sure. I will not survive, So he was praying to Lord Krishna, some or other, that please save me, because this was really problem on the ship. And then when he got 2 heart attacks and he was really in trouble, he got a dream here. And Prabhupada writes about his dream in the diary. Sujata Mataji, you want to read this? Your sound is not clear, Mataji.
So can you hear me?
Yeah, now this is better. Yes, yes.
Okay. Dream. On the night of the second day of severe sickness, Prabhupada had a dream. Lord Krishna, in his many forms, was rowing a boat, and he told Prabhupada that he should not fear, but should come along. Prabhupada felt assured of Lord Krishna's protection, and the violent attacks did not recur.
Oh, thank you, Mataji. So here you can see in the picture, this picture is very popular actually, where you can see that Lord Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu rowing the boat, all the associates and Parshada. And on the left hand picture, Lord Krishna putting his head on the Srila Prabhupada's head. That when he had got serious sickness and he was not well, same night he got a dream. And Lord Krishna came in his dream and he saw that all the forms of Krishna, they were rowing the boat. And Lord Krishna told Srila Prabhupada in the dream that he should not fear but come along. And Srila Prabhupada was sure that now Krishna will protect him. And he did not get any seasickness after that dream on that particular day. So Lord Krishna actually was looking after Srila Prabhupada's journey, And further, Srila Prabhupada notes in his Jaluta diary on September 9th, Thursday, 1965, at 4 a.m., for this afternoon, we have crossed over the Atlantic Ocean for 24 hours. The whole day was clear and almost smooth. I'm taking my food regularly and I've got some strength to struggle. So here Prabhupada writes that now, after this dream, then the ocean became very, very quiet actually. And Prabhupada is feeling better and he is having some food also. There is also slight tackling of the ship, and I'm feeling a slight headache also. But I'm struggling, and the nectarine of life is Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, the source of all my vitality. So Prabhupada ji is feeling that ship is doing much better than before, and his health is also better, improving little, and he is enjoying reading of Chaitanya Charitamrita during his travel on the ship. Further, Srila Prabhupada writes on Friday, September 10th, today the ship is plying very smoothly. I feel today better, but I'm feeling separation from Sri Vrindavan Dham and my Lord Sri Govinda Dev, Sri Gopinathji, and Sri Radha Damodar. The only solace is Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, in which I am testing the nectarine pastime of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I have left Bharat Bhumi just to execute the order of Sri Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj in pursuance of Sri Lord Chaitanya's order. I have no qualification, but I have taken up the risk just to carry out the order of His divine grace. I depend fully on their mercy, so far away from Vrindavan. So Prabhupada ji writes here the first paragraph which we read here. Prabhupada ji writes that he is feeling much better now, and is a mood of separation from Vrindavan Dham, from the holy place. But he is now getting a little better, and after the dream and Lord Krishna's protection, he's feeling that he will be able to carry out the order of his guru, Sri Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj. And this is what we see that Srila Prabhupada's sole mission was to follow the order of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj to publish the books and distribute the books. Publish the books and distribute the books. And that is the only mission Prabhupada carried out throughout his life. Nothing else. Books are the basis, Prabhupada used to say, and that is what we can see and perceive through all these chapters. Further writes, Venkata Prabhu, you want to read this?
Yes, sir. Srila Prabhupada wrote in his diary, if the Atlantic would have shown its usual face, perhaps I would have died. But Lord Krishna has taken care of the ship. 32nd day of journey, cooked Bharti Kichari. It appeared to be delicious, so I was able to take some food. Today, I had disclosed my mind to my companion, Lord Sri Krishna. There is a Bengali poem made by me in this connection.
Thank you, Prabhu. So here, Prabhupada ji writes that now the Atlantic Ocean has quietened. Krishna has taken the charge now. The whole Krishna's mercy, everything is improving, and this is the 32nd day of his journey. And Srila Prabhupada says that he's feeling a little better. He could eat or khichdi. He himself cooked it actually. Nobody else cooked for him. He himself used to cook on the ship also. And Hare Krishna. And the khichdi was, he said, he took the khichdi and he felt much better. And he was talking to Lord Krishna. Hare Krishna. He was talking to Lord Krishna on his journey because he was the only companion. Rakhe Krishna, Mare Krishna, Rakhe Ke. So here Krishna is solely looking after Srila Prabhupada. And then Srila Prabhupada composed a few poems actually, and those poems are there in Jalutada diary. So one of the poem is here, which Prabhupada compares. He writes to Lord Krishna. He says, this was in Bengali, and this is the English translation of the poem. Prabhupada writes in the poem, I emphatically say to you, Krishna, O brothers, you will obtain your good fortune from the Supreme Lord Krishna only when Srimati Radharani becomes pleased to you. Srimad Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, who is dear to Lord Gauranga, Lord Chaitanya, the son of Mother Sachi, is unparalleled in his service to the Supreme Lord Shri Krishna. He is that great saintly spiritual master who bestows intense devotion to Krishna at different places throughout the world. So he is glorifying Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Lord Krishna Srimati Radharani. And Prabhupada is saying, by his strong desire, the holy name of Lord Gauranga will spread throughout all the countries of the Western world. Here Prabhupada writing in the diary, it will go all over. He has not reached, yes, America. But he says by Krishna's mercy, Lord Krishna, Lord Gauranga's message will spread in all cities, towns and villages on the earth, from all oceans. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Seas, rivers and streams. Everyone will chant the holy name of Krishna. You see, this is 1965, even before reaching America on the Jaladuta. He is writing this, that all the places, all the towns, this will happen. As the vast mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu conquers all direction, a flood of transcendental ecstasy will certainly cover the land when all the sinful, miserable living entities become happy. The Vaishnava's desire is then fulfilled. So Prabhupada writes that Vaishnava's desire is that all the people who are suffering in this material world, they should take up to the Krishna consciousness. And here Prabhupada writes that all the Western world will be full of Krishna's mercy. Prabhupada writes, although my Guru Maharaj ordered me to accomplish this mission, I'm not worthy or fit to do it. So he is on the boat, he is about to reach to America, and he says, I'm following the instruction of my Guru Maharaj. I'm very fallen and insignificant. Therefore, O Lord, now I'm begging for your mercy so that I may become worthy, for you are the wisest and most experienced of all. So he is praying to Lord Krishna, hey Krishna, I am very insignificant. I'm just here to follow the order of my Guru Maharaj. And I'm depending upon your mercy now. Today, that remembrance of you came to me in a very nice way. Because I have a great longing, I call to you. I am your eternal servant, and therefore I desire your association so much. O Lord Krishna, except for you, there is no means for success. So here Prabhupada writes, this is the poem by Srila Prabhupada. And this poem highlights Srila Prabhupada's dedication to the mission of spreading Krishna consciousness all over the Western world as directed by his Guru Maharaj, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Despite physical hardships, there are lots of hardships. First, before boarding the ship, he had all the tough life, and we went through all this. And now on the ship also, he is not having easy time. He got massive heart attacks, seasickness. But throughout, he is expressing his deep dependence on Lord Shri Krishna. He is drawing the strength from his connection with Lord Krishna and from Chaitanya Charitamrita. And also is deriving the strength from the words of his Guru Maharaj. Otherwise, how can one survive with all so many difficulties? The strength is not external. This is internal strength on which Srila Prabhupada is traveling at this time. And he is still praying to Lord Krishna that you give me the strength to fulfill this mission of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to spread Krishna consciousness all over the world. He is having the mood of separation from Vrindavan also. But you see, the only quality which we can imbibe here is perseverance, consistency, never give up. That is, and always follow the instructions. Very, very. This is called heart and soul. There is nothing more than this, right? Prabhupada life is really, really amazing. Unwavering faith, which we can say. Otherwise, somebody would have like said, "Okay, I'm having this heart attack. I'm going back to America." Like going all through this, it's unbelievable. But he has got unwavering faith and commitment also. Once you take a commitment, you never drop the ball. Just continue it until you finish. And that is what Srila Prabhupada we can see here, that going through all the hardships, going through all the difficulties, physical, mental, financial, family related problems, all those things, but still he is continuing his mission to serve Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, his Guru Maharaj. It's unbelievable commitment, unbelievable. And then finally, Prabhupada arrives after 35 days of journey from Calcutta. The Jaladuta reaches Boston. There is a Boston's Commonwealth Pier at 5:30 a.m. on September 17th, 1965. So after a long, long journey of almost 35 days, started on August 13th, reaching on September 17, 1965. So he reached, after such a long journey, he reached Boston. And nowadays we can reach within 15 hours, 20 hours, or 24 hours to any country in the world. But Prabhupada ji, 35 days, right? That's a long, long time on a boat. A very hard time. He's coming to America, to Boston. And upon arriving in Boston, which is the first step in America, Prabhupada puts his first step on the land in America. Then he goes to the immigration and customs in Boston, receiving a visa permit. And they give him the visa permit for 3 months. So he's supposed to leave America within 3 months. So accompanied with him is captain of the ship, Mr. Pandya, and they walk around in the Boston area. And at that time, Srila Prabhupada sees that, this country is very wealthy. People are having lots of car and material prosperity. And then Prabhupada sits there at the Boston for some time, by the Commonwealth Park. And there he writes another poem in Bengali, which is called Markine Bhagavad Dharma. Now this is which means the spreading Krishna consciousness in the America. This poem which is here, again Markine Bhagavad Dharma. So that was in Bengali, but here is some translation of this poem. Again, Sri Prabhupada is praying to Lord Krishna, and here saying in the poem, Mamta Mataji, you want to read this?
Hello, yes, Hare Krishna Babaji. Markin Bhagavad, I cannot see Dham, I think.
Dharma.
Yes. Okay, my dear Lord Krishna, you are so kind upon this useless soul, but I don't know why you have brought me here. Now you can do whatever you like with me. But I just do have some business here, otherwise, why would you bring me to this kind of place?
Thank you, Vijay. So Srila Prabhupada ji, when he sees the Boston, America, everybody is busy with sense gratification. He just landed there. And he says, Krishna, I'm coming from Vrindavan Dham, and you have brought me all the way to America. I'm no worth. I don't know why did you bring me all the way to America. But I guess you have some purpose. That's why I'm here in America, which is a place of materialism. Further, he says most of the population here is covered by the material modes of ignorance and passion. They are all absorbed in material life. They think themselves very happy and satisfied. And therefore, they have no taste for transcendental message of Vasudev Krishna. I do not know how they will be able to understand this Krishna consciousness. Srila Prabhupada Ji is observing the people, and he says, and we can see this is even today also, everybody is busy with the modes of material nature, mainly with the passion and ignorance, enjoying the sense gratification. And Prabhupada is having, like, who will listen to the message of Srimad Bhagavatam? I don't know how this is going to happen. Further, Srila Prabhupada says, but I know that your causeless mercy can make everything possible because you are the most expert mystic. Prabhupada writes here. Krishna, with your causeless mercy, you can make everything impossible possible. So I know that is why you have brought me here. How will they understand the mallows of devotional service? Oh Lord, I am simply praying for your mercy so that I will be able to convince them about your message. So Prabhupada is thinking that it's really challenging to spread Krishna consciousness. It's not easy. But he thinks that Krishna will make it happen no matter what happens. All living entities have come under the control of illusionary energy by your will. And therefore, if you like, by your will, they can also be released from the clutches of illusion. I wish that you may deliver them. Therefore, if you so desire the deliverance, then only they will be able to understand your message. So Prabhupada is saying that, hey Krishna, you have to take control of this. I'm just the instrument here. I don't know why you have brought me, but you have to do all the mercy upon me. How will I make them understand this message of Krishna consciousness? I'm very unfortunate, unqualified, and the most fallen. Therefore, I'm seeking your benediction so that I can convince them, for I am powerless to do so on my own. Somehow or other, O Lord, you have brought me here to speak about you. Now, O Lord, it is up to you to make me success or failure as you like. So you can see that Prabhupada is completely dependent on Krishna mercy. Sujata Mataji, Venkata Prabhu, you want to read Venkata Prabhu?
Sure. Malkine Bhagavata Dharma, O spiritual master of all the worlds, I can simply repeat your message. So, if you like, we can make my power of speaking suitable for their understanding. Only by your causeless mercy will my words become pure. I am sure that when this transcendental message penetrates their hearts, they will certainly feel gladdened and thus become liberated from all unhappy conditions of life.
Thank you, Roy. So he is again praying to Krishna that I am insignificant. I have no ability to do this, but only by your causeless mercy, ahaitukya pratihata, I can become the messenger and spread this message and penetrate the heart. Further, Srila Prabhupada writes, "Oh Lord, I'm just like a puppet in your hands. So if you have brought me here to dance, then make me dance, make me dance. Oh Lord, make me dance as you like." This is Srila Prabhupada's very famous quote. He says, "Hey Krishna, I'm just a puppet. You can pull the strings in whichever the direction you want, Krishna. But I am here to dance like a puppet in your hands. I have no devotion, nor do I have any knowledge. But I have a strong faith in the holy name of Lord Shri Krishna. I have been designated as Bhakti Vedanta, and now it is up to you to fulfill the real purport of the name Bhaktivedanta. So here, Prabhupada writes this Bhagavata Dharma, Markine Bhagavad Dharma poem, and he's praying to Krishna, that "Hey Krishna, you please, somehow or other, you brought me here in this place. I don't know how I'm going to do this, but you have got some purpose. So please guide me here." This was signed by Srila Prabhupada in the poem as the most unfortunate, insignificant beggar, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, on board the ship Jaladuta, Commonwealth Pier, Boston, Massachusetts, USA, dated 18 September 1965. So, Srila Prabhupada, after arriving in Boston, seeing the materialistic lifestyle, no spiritual aspects in the people's life, Srila Prabhupada writes this poem. Srila Prabhupada has a strong dedication to spread Krishna consciousness, but he felt insignificant. He says, a most unfortunate, insignificant beggar. Uh, and the reason being is that he's in America, people are materialistic, there's a language barrier, cultural differences, and he has his own physical hardship, a lot of problems, right? And no resources, not much money. And the society he is going to confront is so much attached to the materialistic indulgences. So he is now questioning that what brought him here to this Western world and how he can accomplish this mission of transmitting the message of Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam to these people. He's thinking now it's going to be really, really challenging, but he's thinking Krishna has come some plan. Then from Boston, the Jaladuta, so he arrived in Boston on 17th. Now on 19th of September, after a couple of days, after taking his visa and everything in the Boston, then the sea is heading to New York. So Boston to New York. So Prabhupada back on the Jaladuta, and he sailed into the New York harbor, and then it docked at a Brooklyn pier at 17th Street. And Srila Prabhupada saw awesome Manhattan skyline, the Empire State Building, and like millions of visitors and immigrants in past, the Statue of Liberty Srila Prabhupada could see as soon as he lands in America. So now Prabhupada is landing in New York. Now he's a sannyasi who is wearing like a saffron dress, tulsi mala, and dhoti, kurta, japmala in his hand, old man, and brown, golden color skin, shaven head, shikha on the back, forehead with the Vaishnava tilak. He is landing into America. And what is he wearing? He's not wearing the shoes or anything. He's wearing white slippers. Not very uncommon in India, but not common in America on the street. But then New York, nobody notices anybody, right? It's just one of those things. People are busy, right? So probably he was the first Vaishnava sannyasi to arrive in New York. And he did not change his external appearance because he is in New York, right? He is wearing the same sannyasi dress what he used to wear in India in Vrindavan. And he's just walking in he's just arriving in the New York. And then Prabhupada writes in the Jaladuta, he says that I did not know whether to turn left or right after arriving because nobody's there to greet him also. He doesn't know anybody there. Because as soon as he landed, he has little idea what to do after coming out of the ship. So then he passed through after arriving at New York, then some legal formalities were to be done. He did. And then he met a traveler's aid person this person was sent by Mr. Gopal Agarwal, who was his sponsor. So this person came, he was a representative of Traveler's Aid, and he took him to the office of Sendia Shipping Company in New York, because he had to book his return shipment, return journey also on the ship. So then Srila Prabhupada booked his return ticket after a couple of months. And Prabhupada ji now in America doesn't know go to left or right, and he has 40 rupees cash in his pocket. And he got $20 as a donation because Captain Pandya bought one set of 3-volume set of first set of Srimad Bhagavatam. So that was his $20 extra. So like how much that can last? Not even few hours, right? So that is the only possession. And the Traveler's Aid person then rescued Srila Prabhupada, and he take him to the bus terminal from the New York harbor. He goes to the bus terminal and he takes the bus to go to Butler, Pennsylvania, where Mr. Gopal Agarwal is staying. So from now, Srila Prabhupada travels from New York to Butler, right, where Mr. Gopal Agarwal's house is there. So in this way, we finish this chapter of 12th chapter of Prabhupada Lilamrita. Very inspiring chapter, very encouraging chapter. And we can see that Srila Prabhupada ji, he is now in Boston, New York, America. He has arrived there. And we'll see how the further journey goes. Very, very inspiring. What do you think, Prabhus? Sujata Mataji, Venkat Prabhu, Mamata Mataji. How do you feel about Srila Prabhupada's journey on the Jaladuta?
Yeah, it's very inspiring, Prabhu. The journey, like so many obstacles, still his attention is he wants to like follow the Guru Maharaj instructions, right? By his Guru Maharaj, Bhakti Siddhanta Goswami Maharaj. Whatever the obstacles came, like 69, 60, 65, 69, right?
Yeah.
In the shape, like, and he is cooking her own himself, and the seasickness started. Still, he has a full determination to propagate the mission, right? So it's very inspiring story from Srila Prabhupada.
Absolutely, absolutely. No, old man, no money, doesn't
No
know
money,
anybody,
yeah.
doesn't know anybody, nobody's there to greet him. We go to the airport, we got so many people greeting us. We know where to go. We have a cell phone, we can call somebody for the help. Whom does he call? He has nowhere to go. So it's all Krishna arrangement. Sri Prabhupada's life is really, really inspiring life.
Yes, yes. And thanks for putting all together, Prabhu. It's like the poems and all, like the script, like the manuscripts from Srila Prabhupada letters and all. It's very good.
Mamta Mataji, you want to say something?
Yes, Prabhuji, it's very inspiring story, and the plus thing is you are never old to do anything. And I learned that you can learn at any time, you can do anything at any age, right?
Mm-hmm.
We are never old. And plus, just you have to determine it, you have to just do it, right? That's the main thing.
Yes, absolutely correct. There's no old, there's never late. You can do anything at all the time, as long as you have desire to serve Guru Maharaj and you have a desire, commitment. Strong faith, commitment and obeying the orders of spiritual master. No obstruction can stop us. And Srila Prabhupada's life is the best inspirational example I think we can all follow, is that under no circumstances we should give up Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness we should hold up until the last effort, never give up Krishna service. So thank you so much, everyone. Wonderful to join all of you today. We'll see you next Saturday. Hare Krishna. Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thanks, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.